From eye-catching eyeball shaving to massive military day parades, here are 25 craziest photos taken in China. But first, thanks Blake for leaving us this comment on our prehistoric sites video. We got some great videos coming up. There's certainly some crazy photos taken in China, and here are just a few. Be sure to subscribe to check out our new videos every day. Number 25. Gas Mask Marathon. In case you didn't know, China's that big country across the Pacific with over 1 billion people. This communist nation supports the Democratic Republic of North Korea, so you better believe they can get pretty wacky too. This photo here shows a shirtless Chinaman participating in a run in Beijing, but breathing in the air might get a little bit difficult, so he brought his gas mask with him. Number 24. Last House Standing. China was attempting to make room for a new building project, demolishing blocks of buildings in the city of Hefei. But one home here refused to be torn down because the compensation was too low. She managed to stand up to the government despite them cutting her water and electricity. It might not be the best place to live, but hey, at least the person has a better view now. Number 23. Chinese military training. China certainly has a military you don't want to mess with, and they're probably the only reason why we haven't wiped off North Korea from the face of the planet yet. Not only are they trained in things like Kung Fu, they train themselves to be immune to the cold like you see here. The guys are wiping snow on themselves in a training ritual that seems pretty weird. Number 22. Chinese haircut. Need a little scraped off the top? This guy here knows exactly what he's doing with that large blade on your face, and you shouldn't be worried one bit. Number 21. Eye shaving. In case you didn't think that haircut that guy was getting was extreme enough, take a look at this practice in China where people get their eyeballs shaved. This might seem a little bit strange, but people who partake in this rare practice claim that their vision is much clearer afterwards. How do you not go blind after this though? Number 20. Massive traffic jams. With at least 1.37 billion people in the country of China, you have to imagine traffic is a complete nightmare. More and more people are beginning to drive in this country, and after seeing this photo, you'll never think traffic going to work is bad ever again. Imagine being stuck in this mess. Cars can be piled up for hours on end without moving anywhere. Number 19. Thick smog. With the capital city of Beijing having over 21 million people, and with coal being the main source of power here, you can imagine the smog getting out of control. This photo is taken from the east side of Beijing near a factory, and it gives you an idea how bad the air quality can get at sometimes. Number 18. Water quality. There's a lot of pollution throughout the world unfortunately, but with China's lack of concern for the environment and their growing population, it's going to result in some natural environments getting pretty messy, like you see in this photo. Here we see a guy in a boat rowing through one of Beijing's most deplorable rivers. Apparently, all 5 of this city's water systems is seriously polluted. Number 17. Bending over backwards. China is always a tough competitor in the Olympics, and failure will not be tolerated. From a young age, these girls are trained to do back-breaking poses in order to bring glory to the People's Republic and maybe someday a gold medal. Number 16. China's Fashion Week. China had a little bit of a bizarre fashion week in March of 2016 when this photo was captured, and it might send some chills down your spine. Women were paraded in blood red, sometimes demonic-looking costumes, and it was hard to tell if it was inspired by some fashion designer's worst nightmare or not. Number 15. KFG. KFC is a surprisingly popular restaurant in China, but there aren't enough of them to go around. So since this country is fairly accustomed to making knockoffs, they came up with this strange place called KFG instead. It turns out the Colonel's secret was that he had a hideously deformed evil twin that he doesn't want you to know about. Number 14. Lost in translation. Anyone in the mood for some cheese baby? What appears to be a baby formula or something was either poorly translated or somewhere in China there's a product that translates to cheese baby. Whatever the case may be, it can't be good. Number 13. Panda Labor. There have been quite a few complaints about China not obeying standard child labor law practices. That's right, this photo was captured of 2 pandas working painstaking manual labor for countless hours, only making enough for a few rods of bamboo to feed their families. What a shame. Number 12. Duck for a walk. In China, keeping a dog as a pet is difficult for many reasons, but it's all cool though, because they take their ducks for walks. This man is doing the right thing by getting his duck out of the cage and getting him some exercise. Number 11. Beach Day. Hey everyone, it's getting hot outside in China, and it's time to hit the beach. Time to get out of the factories and start swimming. Don't confuse the sea of people with the actual sea. If you can find it, your sandcastles might get stepped on, and if you try hard enough, you might actually be able to maneuver your way to the water. Oh, and don't forget to bring a towel. Number 10. Babes on the beach. As you're swimming through China's polluted, jellyfish-infested beaches, be sure to keep your eye out for some of the ladies. They got some sexy beach gear that will make you look twice. While people in the USA might enjoy getting a little bit of a suntan, in China, the more pale the skin, the more attractive. This has something to do with lower-class people working as farmers being more tan, as compared to the higher classes being inside, thus more pale. Anyways, if you play your cards right, maybe one of them will let you take off her facekini. Number 9. Nap time. In class here in America, your teacher might scold you for sleeping while she's trying to teach. In China, it's the opposite, and each day, students and just about everyone is able to catch up on sleep during the afternoon. You're legally allowed to sleep just about everywhere, even on railroads. Number 8. The chain hammock. This guy couldn't really find a comfortable place to take his afternoon nap, and he had to settle with this metal chain. He simply doesn't have one good care to give. Number 7. Ant-eating therapy. You probably aren't a huge fan of finding ants in your apartment or anywhere really, but the truth is, ants are a healthy source of protein, and humans were eating them as cavemen. These hardcore followers of the paleo diet are chowing down on the insects because they believe that the ants could cure arthritis or other ailments. No real scientific research has been done on this, but it turns out that they do taste like chicken. Number 6. The Geese Police. Everybody stay alert. The Geese Police have taken the streets, and you really don't want to get pecked by these guys. This is a real photo and practice in China. Police dogs can get a little bit pricey, but they found a way to utilize these birds for protection of the state. There's even one case that reports that the geese were actually able to stop a perpetrator from breaking into a police station. Now get those geese a medal. Number 5. Christmas time in China. It's Christmas time in China. Time to bring out the Santa girls here at the ski resort. It's unclear whether or not that's snow on the ground or just ash from a chemical factory. Either way, it looks like a holly jolly time. Number 4. Best time of the year. Santa Claus has quite a bit of ground to cover when delivering gifts around the world. But you better believe when he stops in China, he'll be wearing a surgical mask to keep him from breathing in the smog. This photo actually shows a sailman who was publicly warned to not go outside due to the air quality during the Christmas season. But it didn't stop him from spreading that holiday cheer. Number 3. Santa's Little Helpers. Santa's Little Helpers are making their way to your home soon to sneak down your chimney and deliver you some awesome gifts. It wasn't snowing here, so they decided to use scooters instead of reindeer. This photo captured delivery men distributing takeout food throughout the capital of Beijing. Number 2. Military Day Parade. In case you were wondering, the number of Chinese active military is at about 2.3 million people compared to 1.4 million in the US. But in case of an emergency, they would have about 750 million people available for draft. This photo here displays the Women's Military Force of China and some snazzy looking outfits in Beijing during the National Day Parade. And number 1. Ready to go. China's military spending is said to have respectably grown in the past decade with at least a 7% increase. This photo shows soldiers who look like they're ready to go to battle at any time. But it's still a very small fraction of their sheer power. One thing is clear, if we get ready to take on North Korea at some point, a fight with China definitely seems to make it more complicated. Thanks for watching, and be sure to hit that subscribe button for new videos every day.